Are you angry because you're getting killed by skies in the hide and seek challenge mode? Well then, lucky you, because today I'm going to go through how to tackle this mode and pretty much win every time. So first of all, you're going to want to pick Bomb King. So you want at least one Bomb King on your team, and there's several reasons for this. And I'll go through them as I step by step show you how to go through the map. But the other characters that are good with this are all basically blast damage champions, because these guys congregate, they basically gather on the point and you're basically just guessing where they are because you can't see them and firing off your blast damage projectiles at them. And why Bomb King is best is because when you throw your sticky bombs, occasionally one will get stuck on an invisible sky and then you know where they are, so your allies and yourself can just try and burst those skies down. But anyway, so you spawn on the map. You want to buy Deft Hands because you're going to be wanting to basically fire as much as possible, get out as much damage as you can. And whilst the skies do have kill to heal, and that pretty much heals them up if they kill somebody, one of your allies, they're not necessarily healing all the time, and it's not the biggest problem that you have. Like, if you kill a sky, you're bursting them down in one go. And Illuminate seems to work in this mode, although I'm not 100%. Although there is a bug, I think, where you die, you have Illuminate. So on the point now, from your spectator cam, you can see what's moving on the point. And also, it seems when you're spectating your allies, they also have that 150% Illuminate, so you can see where the skies are. So one tip is, if you're playing with allies and you have Illuminate and you're spectating somebody, you can tell that person where the sky is and coordinate with them to kill somebody that they can't normally see. And I've only played it solo, so I haven't tried it myself, but I'm almost certain if you're in Discord and you say, shoot slightly to the left and at the ground, the Drogos will know, or whoever's fighting, that there's a sky right next to them on the left, and they can just burst them down. Because I've seen loads of times, like a Drogos last one standing versus a single sky, and they'll be like spinning around trying to burst fire, not knowing where the sky is. But on your screen, in your spectator cam, you can see literally they're right next to them on the left. And if they knew, then well, you'd be a bit in better shape. And obviously there isn't voice in game at the moment, so you'd have to go on Discord. And actually, I think this might be more fun than the actual game mode itself, as it's actually coordinating with your friends and like basically trying to direct them whilst they're kind of blind. But anyway, so you've got your Illuminate, you've got your Deft Hands, so you're throwing all your stuff out all the time. You come out of the spawn room, you go right, so you take the first right, the doorway there. Basically what happens on this map is the invisible skies walk around the map and eventually go into the center and sort of gather up and sort of just stay on the center point, which will eventually get the fog in, like it'll get it in quicker. But basically, if your allies go around the map, the skies won't go into the center as quickly as they normally would, and would just basically you'll die. If you're a flanker or like a squishy damage dealer that's just running around the sides, the sky's going to come for you, and they right click, and the right click like damage over time, their dot actually just pretty much kills you, like no matter what. I'd advise against going anything like a Victor or a Tyra or something and running around the actual map. And basically both sides, so on the left and the right, the skies don't come up to that sort of the ledge. There's like a ledge where it goes around and there's a walkway from the spawn room, and the skies don't come there. And basically, as a team, you want to be firing AoE onto the point and just spamming it. That's pretty much all it is. I think on the right hand side there's a better viewpoint onto the center, and there's a pillar in the middle, and you can fire left and try and blow it up, and then try and fire right, and eventually you'll connect with a sky, or there'll be lots of skies on the point and your AoE damage will eventually kill them, or the combination of you and a Drogos spamming the Q onto the point, or a Pip spamming the point, or an Eevee spamming the point are going to eventually take them down. Now sometimes the skies don't just come onto the point and you can't kill them before the fog starts coming in, so that's where you have to start to panic and try and get to the center as fast as possible, and hopefully you've killed 3 or so of the skies already and basically just spam all your abilities onto the point and all around. And when you see one of the skies lit up when they're close enough to you to see them, or like the outline of them, just basically throw all your stuff. And especially on Bomb King, if you get your ultimate up, you can just ulti and go into the point, and the AoE of that will pretty much take out the skies that are left. So I think that if you're in a panic mode, then you probably want to roll in with the bomb. So come back to the items again. Morale boost is pretty good on Bomb King as one of the picks that you pick up early on. And on Bomb King, I probably pick it up before you pick up Illuminate, because you don't really want to be on the point and you're more likely to be just spamming from far away. And like 7 times out of 10, you'll get them before the fog comes in anyway. But those 3 times when you're just panicking, if you have your ultimate, then you're in a lot less trouble. And no, I don't think this PvE mode is all too fun. It's almost impossible if you don't do this and basically abuse the system, I guess. But if you want to make some crystals because you haven't done your weekly quest yet, or that quest that basically gave you the crystals for the PvE, even if it is a one-time only, then this is the guide to do it. And although this is the method that I think works every time, one other method is if you're a Ying, you can sit in the corner, put up your illusions in front of you, and the skies will fire at the illusions and won't be able to hit you, and you basically just spam onto the point, fire. And also, allies can hide behind your illusions with you in the corner and fire into the center of the map where the skies will congregate. And also, even if you're on your own as a Ying and you're hiding in the corner, you're going to die eventually, but what will happen is the skies will be more likely to come to the center and try and kill you than run around the edge of the map and basically not be hittable by your allies that are firing from the sides. If you do have allies that are running around the map, then they're just going to throw off where the skies are going and draw them away from the center, which you want to be spamming your attacks on, really. So I would say that if you have a Ying or on your team, or like if you have a Ying and 2 tanks that go onto the point and have shields, that can work too. And then also have a Bomb King and like a Drogos firing from the edge of the spawn. You either go onto the point and you try and hold it as a group and have the damage going onto it as well. That'll bring them to the center quicker. But also it does work just generally spamming onto the point as loads of damage dealers and like Pip. That works too. Anyway, I hope that's helped you all out, and be sure to let me know what your thoughts are on this PvE mode. Honestly, I think they've been a bit lackluster so far. Although they're not amazing, if they all get put together, so there's like a rotation of them, it'll be less bad than it is currently. But to be honest, they are pretty lame. They're basically so hard that you can't complete them with any sort of normal method, and only you can overcome them by abusing the system, kind of, or doing something that's a bit cheesy. That's sort of my problem with the PvE mode at the moment. What I'd personally prefer is like a horde mode where waves of enemies come at you and you have to just survive for as long as possible. That'd be a bit more cool. And like the waves get harder and harder and harder. To maybe a point where the challenges are as hard as they are now. Anyway, what are all your thoughts on the PvE mode? And especially hide and seek, what do you think of it? Do you think it is a bit ridiculous? Be sure to let me know in the comments section below. Like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you all next time. Joshino.